So I had to grab Mad Max because he's one of my boys. He's part of our team. Without giving it away, we're going to do something next week that's going to be insane. I've been talking about, and now we're getting a lot of feedback from folks living in public housing that are treated like dogs. And, in fact, we would treat our dogs better. Women sending me pictures of rats and mice and fecal matter in the halls and syringes, collapsed floors, collapsing garages. Man, these are human beings, man. This is publicly funded stuff, man. Had a woman had to live in the front yard in a tent because her friggin' apartment is full of mold. That's just not cool. And Mad Max and I feel the same way. We're going to go into a couple apartments next week live. They're going to scare the hell out of you and get them fixed. It's disgusting. I hate this notion that, oh, they're just living off the government. Screw you if you feel that way. These are people, man, with kids. Man, it's public housing. Max gets it. Meantime, Max and I have been talking about this new homeless encampment that kind of troubles us. And Max sends me this note saying, I'm going to put my camera, my drone up over this trail. And he did. And now the video has got a lot of people talking because of what it shows, and it's kind of scary. Mad Max, hey, brother, how are you?
Good, brother. How are you?
Whoa. Well, we now zoomed in on that video, and clearly this homeless guy, who knows if he's high or got felonies or mental illness or whatever, clearly, Max, he's standing with a rifle and wanted to either shoot at you or shoot down the drone. Tell us how this played out.
So the reason that I have the drone, for everybody that's wondering, is I'm thinking about starting a new initiative called Trash for Cash, and I'm looking for places that are junked up. And my thought is to go in there with a stack of $5 bills and pay the homeless or whoever's in the encampment or whatever area $5 for each garbage bag they fill up to clean up the city. This guy's doing it in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, and it's had great success. So anyway, that's why I had the drone up. I'm just looking for trash. So in the process, these two guys come out from either under the tree or under a tent, and I notice he's got a rifle. I zoom in. I'm up about 125, 150 feet, so I wasn't harassing them. I was just looking, to see if there's garbage that could be picked up. And, he motioned like he was going to shoot at the drone, so I got out of there. I didn't want to stick around and risk, losing a drone. Wasn't worth it, so just moved on.
And Max, I tell you what, man, this makes me nervous for a bunch of reasons. Number one, my wife, your wife, our kids could be on that damn bike trail right now, and this man has got a weapon. That is not cool, is it, Max?
Not cool at all, especially given the mental state of a lot of these people in these encampments that are abusing drugs. This encampment actually was cleaned up back in 2023 when Andy Sheehan covered it, and they found over 1,000 syringes there and just evidence of drug abuse everywhere. And they got all but maybe 2 tents out of there back in 2023, and now there's back up to about 21, 22 tents in this encampment, and it's getting all junked up again.
Max, I don't give a damn if this guy says he has a permit. There's no way he should be roaming around pointing that gun at people or things, right?
Absolutely not. And not only that, but to shoot at a drone is an FAA, it's a felony. So it's a nice way to end up in jail.
Well, plus, Max, who's to know now if you go down there, and you go down there with me, and he decides, oh, I'm going to shoot at them?
Right. So I actually alerted the Zone 1 police just in case, they're going into this encampment. This guy, could he shoot the cops? Is that a real rifle? Is it a pellet gun?
Right.
Hard to say. It looks like a lever action, at a minimum, a pellet rifle or a 22 caliber rifle, which is very deadly. So, not a good situation for that type of people to have a firearm in that situation at all. Very unsafe.
Plus, Max, what you have pointed out and what I'm seeing is these camps are coming back, and this one is growing rapidly, sir, right?
That's true. So, like I said, there's about 21, 22, possibly more tents since the last time I counted them.
Wow.
But yeah.
So what is it,
So
Max? You're just moving back in? What is it?
well, it's warm. These people do not want to be in a shelter. They don't want rules. They don't want somebody telling them they can't bring their drugs in to abuse. So they'd rather just stay in their tent and get high. And then the advocates from some, agencies come out and they actually bring these guys little care packages with like little syringes and tie-off straps and cooker tins. They give them everything they need to be high.
Wow.
And so it's not a good situation. You think you're being compassionate, but you're just killing these people slowly.
And why the hell would he have a gun, a rifle, and he's pointing it and shooting it? Not cool.
Yeah, so my question is, is that a legally owned firearm? Did he steal it from somebody? Where did it come from? How did he acquire it?
And Max, that's a very prominent area, brother, where a lot of folks hang or walk or ride bikes.
Well, it's also very close to the Sarah Hines Center where there's an after-school program for kids, I believe.
Oh. Yeah.
So that's also concerning.
Man,
and who's to say, this guy, what if he's taking pot shots at cars going by? He's bored and he's shooting cars going by on the ramp.
Wow.
Stranger things have happened, Marty.
No, I'm with you. This is very enlightening. I sent it to the police chief and to the mayor's folks. They should do something about this. They should at least ask the guy, what the hell are you doing with this gun?
Make sure he doesn't have any warrants or felonies or any other thing that prohibits him from being a legal firearm owner, for sure.
I mean, it could be a BB gun or a pellet gun, but I doubt it. He could have a license, but I doubt that. Just saying. He could be a Boy Scout, but I doubt that. Mad Max, my brother. Truth to power, man. Thanks. It's a hell of a job, Max. Wow.
Yeah, thanks. You got it.
My man. I have so many problems with this. It's right there where they have kids' classes. It's right there where folks walk. It's right there where folks ride bikes. It's right there where folks live. You might say, some guys saying, how do you know he's not permitted, really? Homeless guy, shirtless and high. Yeah, he's got a concealed carry permit. Sure he does. And the moon is made of cheese, and the earth is flat. Scary stuff. I hope they check this out. I love people on social. Leave those people alone, really. So, sir, your kid's down there with your wife. You're riding bikes. You're at the living there, and someone's pointing a rifle at him. You probably have a different story to tell. Great job, Mad Max. This is what we're about. I want to play this clip. Larry had Barry on the air yesterday. I want you to hear this clip about this teen issue and what the city's trying to classify these takeovers. Listen, it's very cool. Listen.
For the first time since COVID, the city of Pittsburgh has resurrected what it calls Family Swim. Bottom line, no unaccompanied children during those times.
Why are we not calling this specifically a chaperone policy?
Well, so our goal is to bring back Family Swim. The city's always done it. We want to be family first. We believe every family should choose Pittsburgh to live. So I think a family approach from 5 to 7 allows us to do that.
Look, I love the mayor. He's been very assertive. And by the way, the chief, who I love, Jason Lando, just texted me. They're sending a crew down there right now to check out that homeless person with a rifle. JK, this is part of what scares me about the homeless and this guy pointing a rifle at people and firing it. Man, this is what happens when you allow crime to take over a place where it shouldn't be and these people shouldn't be. Yes, sir?
I agree. The system continues to repetitively fail us. There's so many things in place that we could be doing. If you just systematically work through the problem, one case at a time, one crime at a time, everything, and follow it through from the arrest, go to court, have your hearings, get your due diligence in court and so forth, but actually have a process that they get incarcerated or penalized or whatever. But it doesn't exist in this county. So, yeah, here we go. We're starting to look like the Wild West with guys walking around on walking trails with rifles.
It's weird. And it's frightening. Hey.
It's very frightening.
Hey, JK, I wanted you to pay attention to what you heard the reporter say, that the mayor, I like him. He's been very aggressive. He's working his ass off. But when they try to sugarcoat this teen invasion thing, and teen takeover thing, and call it family swimming, doesn't help anyone. Admit the problem, address the problem, end the problem. Yes, sir?
Yeah, I agree. I've been thinking about this a little bit. You know, okay, the family time thing, that's nice, 5 to 7, whatever. Okay, but what's that accomplishing? What is that? What's our ultimate goal here? We want people to be able to go to the swimming pool, swim, have a good time, and enjoy themselves. When you have a problem, one individual or 10 individuals, you remove them from that premises. You remove them from there.
Boom.
So you eliminate the problem one at a time. You start a list. It's pretty simple. When I was a kid, you signed in, you signed out. Everybody knows who you are. They know who their troubled ones are. They know who the good ones are. So the thing that I don't like about this, okay, once again, here we go with blanket policies. Everybody gets a trophy. You know, everybody's involved. All the good kids are sucked in, you know, because of the 10% that we can't manage as a city, as a school district, as a law enforcement. And I'm kind of disappointed in that. You know, I was thinking about how these kids are going to these pools and so forth. And I tried to think to my experience. My sister was 2 years older than everybody. She walked 5 or 6 kids to the pool every day, back and forth.
Wow.
Okay. So my mom worked. Everybody's mother worked. So what about all those good kids who aren't causing a problem, who want to go to the pool and enjoy themselves, but now the older sister isn't enough? So we're going to blanket punish people instead of addressing individual crimes, because they're like, oh, we don't want to yell at the guy that's causing all the problem. We want to screw every single kid coming to this pool to make it an issue.
Completely agree.
You know, address the problem one case at a time. It'll start going away. But they're not addressing it. They're not changing their policies or their procedures. You know, they put this, powdered sugar on a turd for the pool, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Here's what I like. Kenny Weird and Sandcastle had all kind of trouble with these idiots fighting each other and beating people up. So they said, my man, you ain't coming in here without an adult. And what it does is it holds adults responsible for the actions of these idiots. And so if these kids screw up, mommy and daddy get snatched. At least it creates that, you're responsible, ma'am. They better not act up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with that. The parents have to be held accountable, but we have to figure out the right balance here. Yep. How come we're always affecting the kids who aren't doing anything wrong? I grew up at the entrance of Martin and Fisher, at the entrance to the projects up there for a couple years. You know, I know some horrible kids that have come out of there, and to this day, I still talk to people who are incredible professional people. You know, what about those kids? But if they would just do everything in a uniform manner, okay, everybody go to the pool. If you're a problem, I'm sorry, Jimmy, you're a problem here. Here's strike number 1. I'm contacting your parents. Your parents got to come back up to get your pool pass to let you back in. So you pass, 1 or 2 strikes. But if you're just doing a blanket to get all the kids, I can't go for that, man. I don't like it.
I get it.
I just don't like it. The enforcement end, holding parents accountable, they're trying to make some moves, but they're looking at it wrong. They're giving everybody a trophy instead of going after the true problem kids, because literally 5 to 7% of all the crime is being committed by, crime is being committed by 5 to 7%.
By the way,
of the kids.
By the way, the homicide detectives in Pittsburgh say it's closer to 3%. So 3% of the morons in Pittsburgh commit 97% of the major crimes. To your point, sir. Right?
State Attorney General stepped in. Oh my God, there had to be 15, 16 armed robberies, $800,000 accumulated damages from 12 to 17, kids running around wild and chaos. State Attorney General steps in, starts arresting, prosecuting them as adults. Everything's shut down and stopped. It hasn't occurred since he made those moves in February.
True.
Yeah, one group. He stopped hundreds of crimes, millions of dollars in damage, destruction to the community.
JK,
they need to address these cases one at a time.
JK, I'm going to be walking through some pretty sketchy, dangerous places next week. I might need your assistance. I'll let you know on the details, okay?
I'd love to go. I'm a busted up mess, brother. I don't know what I got left.
My man. Thanks, brother.
Yes, sir.
Public accountability and public responsibility. It's what we need, and that's why I love him.